Well, good morning, YouTubers. It is I, coming to you live and in person, the big... Did I say big? I meant big, and I do mean Big D. Coming to you live and in person with my thoughts on a subject near and dear to all us courier and expediters' hearts. But before I get into this early morning exciting video, I'm at the receiver I picked up out of Winston-Salem. I'm over here, where the hell am I? Bellingham, Massachusetts. There's a mouthful right there. So in the last, since Tuesday, since Tuesday, this was like 760 miles, or 770. And the last two loads since I talked to you out of Texas. I went from Houston over to Winston-Salem, from Winston-Salem up to here. So I got 2,000 miles, and this will be off here at 7 in the morning when they open up. And I will have all day to get something else. Get yourself in position for the next load. That's why we're out here. Now, before I go any further, have you subscribed to this channel? If you haven't, you should have. I don't know what you're waiting for, Christmas. I mean, actually speaking, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it. But, yeah, we got snow up here. It was freezing rain a little bit ago, but, yeah. I got 2 skids in the back. 500 total pounds. Cardboard boxes. I don't care what it is. All it pays. Whoops, there went the light. Where were you when the lights went off? So, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, get the word out about the Big D, the No BS channel. Give it a thumbs up. You big loser, there's several out there, give it a thumbs down. Today's topic, and it's an interesting one, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I've seen in the past, and you can get into the Big D crystal ball, what I think is going to happen out here. Get the old Big D crystal ball here, rub it. Ooh. All right. Rates, pay, gas prices. Where's it going to go? Well, I can give you my honest opinion. And I don't think too many people are going to like it. But if history keeps repeating itself, this is what we're going to deal with. From a courier aspect, first, you're running a route or you're doing on-demand jobs. Well, with gas up now, over here it's $4.15 a gallon, in case you're wondering. Am I going to get a pay raise? I mean, I got to pay more. Fuel surcharge, something. Well, dirty little secret is, I doubt it. Here's why. The brokers, to get an account, like where I'm at, they call around, they get around, and they quote prices to the end user or the the company or XYZ here. The brokers, they got to go out and get accounts. That's how they broker freight. And they get those accounts and they put the stuff on the board and carriers bid on it and get it and go. Okay? Well, you send in your quote to this place, XYZ. Let's say you bidded it at $2 a mile for a Sprinter van. Well, now I'm just making this number up because I don't know what it is. I'm not a broker. But what surprised me, excuse me, woke up and got a load. But, so they've already given them a price. They just can't call up this place and say, hey, I need to raise my prices, because if they do, they're going to shop that price all over town. They'll find someone else to do it. So, you're not going to get more money out of the company. The broker is not going to pay more. He's going to try and pay less. And if he does get more, he's not going to pass it on. So he's going to put it out there in a bid board and get it done as cheap as possible so he keeps as much money in his pocket as possible. The carrier is going to take their cut because, that's what they do. And then you get what's left over. So who's going to bear the burden of $4 a gallon gas? Or California 5 and 6? You are. That's right, the independent contractor, the 1099. It's all going to drop on your shoulders. So, did I say Courier? I'm sorry, I should have said Expediter. That's how Expediting works. Got the Courier one backwards. I'll talk about Courier driving here in a second, but this is Expediting. So they get the account, and just the way it is. If you're a courier, you've got a route, and it pays $100 a day. You drive 200 miles. Well, if they get a fuel surcharge, you're going to get, 5-6%, maybe. But a lot of times to get the business, they waive the fuel surcharge. Which means, the customer doesn't, and I've heard this too, the customer doesn't want to pay anymore. Now, I'm sorry, but that's just bullshit. I'm the customer, you're the customer when you go to the gas station to fill up the gas tank. We don't want to pay anymore, but unfortunately, from a year ago, we're up $2 a gallon. Who knew? Insurance has gone up. Prices of tires up. Buy a vehicle today. Prices are skyrocketing. Okay? Same thing as a courier, same thing as an expediter. These prices are just up they go. But the customer doesn't want to pay anymore. If they want their stuff moved, they should pay more. But as a courier, they're going to tell you, the customer doesn't want to pay anymore, and we're just going to have to continue doing this. Well, what they're really saying is this. The customer's paying, say, $200 for that route. They're keeping $100, giving you $100. Price of gas goes up. It's your problem. They're not going to let go of their money. It goes in their pocket. You see, and this is the sad truth of what goes on. The carriers are going to hang on to their money. The broker's going to hang on to their money. And since you have to put the gas in the tank, you're the one that's going to bear the price. Who pays in the end? You do. That's the sad reality. If you're running for an owner in a 60-40 split and it pays $1 a mile, as an expediter, you get 60 cents. But you pay the gas. Gas just went up. Is 60-40 fair now? Probably not. But unfortunately, that's what you're going to get stuck with. The only thing you can do is, remember, there is a point, like the scale of justice, where the blind lady holds the scales and it tips one way or the other. Same thing happens out here, especially in courier driving, when the scale tips to the point where you can make just as much money being a security guard as you would make as a courier. Why are you out there? Why are you tearing up your car? Why are you doing any of that crap? You need to basically remember one thing. It's about money. Now, I know some people like the job. I like the job as a expediter, I like being a courier. But in the end, this is to make you a better life. And if they price it to the point where you can't make it, then you have to say no. A lot of people will tell you this, and I've complained about this a lot, and is simply get a van, and get your MC and your DOT and get on the load boards and start making money. I'm sure some people have done well doing that little stunt. But every day on one of those Facebook groups, we're seeing stuff like, it's not as easy as we thought. We got the van. We're not making any money. We're getting bottom-fed rates because your DOT isn't aged. Our expenses are high. Blah, blah, blah. Because people told them to go do that. As a courier driver, I've had many people talk about what van to buy. My answer is, use the car you're using. That's right. A lady, a sub, wanted to use her, I think it was a 2005 Chevy Express van. They only had 52,000 miles on it. Find a carrier to take that. That's right. Run with that one. If you can run with what you've got, you're better off. Don't go out there and buy a van now. It's stupid. The prices are way overinflated. They're selling half of them over list. You got to wait forever for it. Anything can happen, and you ordered a van. Let's say you ran out and bought yourself a used van. You paid $10,000 more than it's worth. In a year or two, this market will correct itself back. The depreciation that should have been on that van, you paid, say, $40,000. You see ridiculous prices like this. A van worth, say, $25 is now selling for $40 or $45. And you go buy it. In a couple of years, the person sold it came out like gold. But you, who bought it, in a couple of years, that depreciation is going to come back. You're going to have a van worth maybe $20,000 or $15,000, and you're going to owe roughly $40,000. You're going to be like 25 grand upside down. I hope you like it because you're stuck with it. There's no way to get out of it. You're buried. The known term is underwater, upside down Charlie. Negative equity. There's a common term that's used at a dealership on a vehicle. Which is why I tell you not to do that. Don't go get an MC and DOT and jump out here and get on a load board you got to pay for. I know people with them who are taking freight at 60 cents a mile. Why did you get an MC and a DOT? To run at 60 cents a mile? Run for a carrier. You make more than that. I do. I make almost $1 a mile. You got to be smart out here. Being dumb is not going to get you where you want to be. You've got to remember one thing. It's all about the money. And if your gas prices skyrocket, that takes away from your bottom line. A lot of people get hung up on rate per mile. I don't give a flying rat's ass about rate per mile, to be honest. I worry about what my expenses are and what I'm making. And when you subtract them, what the bottom number is and how much effort I had to put in to get it. A lot of people don't realize your eBay sellers are selling their products for pennies on the dollar profit. 10%. If they make 10%, they're happy. But they're making it in volume. Okay? If they can sell enough volume, they make money. Well, if you can do the miles and make volume at, 90-something cents a mile, you're not, you're going to do okay. But if you're going to hold out for $1.20 and $2 a mile, hope you get one of those little shorties to make a couple $100, well, good for you. God love you. That's what you want to do. Go at it, man. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I like the money in the bank at the end of the month. So when I go to pay the bills, the money's actually there. I mean, why are you taking away time from your family to be an expediter and go over the road if it's not paying off? You have to determine what's right for you. I can give you my opinions. I've told you what I think is going to happen with gas. Your prices aren't going to go up. The broker or the company, like a hospital, isn't going to raise their rates to a courier company or a carrier. So they're going to make the same. See, and this is the other side of that. The cost rising is being borne mostly by you, the drivers. We're paying for it. They're holding on to mainly their gross. They don't feel the sting. We do. Our check is going down every week, not theirs. Think about it. This is Big D saying, I hope things are going to be different, but I went through this before. And Bush went out, Obama came in, prices of gas skyrocketed. Yeah. So, and that's what happened. And I'm pretty sure it's going to happen again. The same way. We'll get nothing. And if you do get something, you know, I mean, I heard that Panther's paying 70 cents a mile fuel surcharge. So if you get 70 cents a mile and you get a 15-cent a mile fuel surcharge, you're at 85, right? That's what C&M's paying right now, is 85. A lot of carriers are paying 85. Even Barrett's running between 70 and 95 right now. That's right. So with the fuel surcharge, they're right there with everybody else. Makes it look good. Big D saying, watch your monies. Later, I'm going to take a nap.